everyone. Today I'll be reading out facts. Okay, one moment please. Just gonna open up my fact machine. And I'm gonna set up my studio with text. Here we go. I'll place it around here. And I'll just WhatsApp Liam now to say I'm live. Hi there Naomi, welcome to the stream. Hi there Sweetie Pie, welcome to the stream. How's everyone's day? Gonna be reading some facts out today. Hey there Sunflower Berry. Sandwich? Yeah, I had a sandwich earlier. I had a chicken sandwich with hot sauce and mayonnaise. It was very yummy. Hey QQ, can you do random randles? Yep, I'll be doing facts today. I'll be reading out facts from Mr. GBT. From the fact machine. So, I am Liam's friend from Chippenham. Alright. 100 facts, please. Here we go, guys. Geography and nature. Antarctica is the driest, coldest, and windiest continent. The Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the world's oxygen. Mount Everest grows about 4 millimeters taller each year due to tectonic activity. Russia spans 11 time zones. Wow, 11 time zones. Well, that's interesting. Lake Baikal in Siberia is the world's deepest freshwater lake. The Sahara Desert was once a lush green region. Wow, the Sahara Desert was once a lush green region. Yeah, Russia spans 11 time zones. Yeah, that's interesting. Wow. Number 7. Iceland has no mosquitoes. Africa is the only continent in all 4 hemispheres. Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. So there's more lakes in Canada than anywhere else. So if you fancy going to a lake, take a plane ticket to Canada. First plane ticket will be departing to Canada in approximately 55 minutes. The Dead Sea is also salty. You can float effortlessly. 11. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. So a day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. What? Humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas. So humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas. What? So you're a banana. Octopuses have 3 hearts. The Eiffel Tower grows taller in summer due to thermal expansion. But you're a banana as well. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found 3,000-year-old edible honey. 60% bananas. That's what we are, according to DNA. The Earth's core is as hot as the surface of the sun. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Blue whale hearts can weigh as much as a car. Your stomach gets a new lining every 3 to 4 days. Some metals like gallium melt in your hand. The human nose can detect over 1 trillion scents. The human nose can detect over 1 trillion scents. You can survive without a pulse using a special heart pump. Taste buds live only about 10 days. Your brain uses about 20% of your body's energy. Yawning cools down your brain. Oh, that's cool. So if you want to cool down, just have a yawn, because it cools you down. Your skin renews itself every 28 days. Fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. The liver can regenerate itself from just 25% of its tissue. Most dreams last only 5 to 20 minutes. Humans are the only animals that blush. Humans are the only animals that blush. Cleopatra lived closer to Patrick on the moon, landing than the building of the pyramids. Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. Great Fire of London in 1666 destroyed most of the city, but only 6 people died. Napoleon was once attacked by bunnies during a hunting trip. The Eiffel Tower was originally identified as a banana. Vikings never wore horned helmets. The Leaning Tower of Pisa has never fallen down. The shortest war in history lasted 38 minutes and 45 seconds. The first webcam was used to monitor a coffee pod. Ancient Romans used... Oh my gosh. That's not nice. Oh my gosh. Animals. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Koalas have fingerprints that are almost identical to humans. Cows have best friends and get stressed when separated. Penguins propose to each other like pebbles. Elephants mourn their dead. Turtles can breathe through their nuts. Sharks existed before trees. A snail can sleep for 3 years. Giraffes have the same number of necks as a human does. No, what? Neck bones. Alright, yeah. A day on Jupiter is only 10 hours long. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. The moon is slowing, drifting away from Earth. You would weigh less on Mars, on a Mars bar, than on Earth, because the Earth is flat. The Sun will eventually become a white dwarf, because the first email was sent in 1971. The first computer mouse was made of wood. Google was originally called Backrub. There are over 6 billion smartphone users globally. USB stands for Universal Serial Bus. The longest English word has 189,819 letters. Set has the most definitions in English. The word goodbye comes from God be with you. No. Funny jokes. 25 funny jokes. Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. What do you call fake spaghetti? What do you call fake impasta? Why can't your nose be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a foot. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. That's good. Why don't eggs tell each other secrets? Because they might crack up. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? So sophisticated. Rich Sam said, can you put gloves on? Aqua, what's up? Water. Yo, sunflower. Sweetie pie lol, that's aqua for you. Lol, Rich, can you put gloves on for him? Proceeds to put gloves on him. Your gloves. Friend is here. Yo, Rich. How are you, G? Feeling pretty good, thanks, Mr. Waterman. Feeling good, Mr. Water. Lol, he means, can you wear some gloves for a moment? Sure, I could find some gloves. Let's see if I can find some gloves. Gloves, gloves, gloves. Gloves ASMR. Look at that. Queen's got a dinosaur head on it. Look, two dinosaurs on the Queen. Let's see. Let's put a shark head on her. Um, Oh. Oh no, Queen's got a banana. Yeah, let's do some more jokes. Okay, let's go. Why did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies! Let's see. Jokes. 50 jokes. Here we go. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Why did the chicken join a band? Because it had the drumsticks. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put it down. Why don't some couples go to the gym? Because their relationships don't work out. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese. What do you call a factory that makes okay products? A satisfactory. Why did the cookie go to the hospital? Because it felt crummy. Do you like parrots? Yeah. And carrots. Let's see what else we got here. How do you organize a space party, you planet? Why did the stadium get hot after the game? All the fans left. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. Why don't oysters donate to charity? Because they are shellfish. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Why did the banana go to the doctor? It wasn't peeling well. Why did the man run around his bed? He was trying to catch up on sleep. What do you call a belt made of watches? A waste of time. A waste of time. What did one hat say to the other? You stay here, I'll go ahead. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie on it. Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. What lights up a soccer stadium? A soccer match. Why did the scarecrow win an award? He was outstanding in his field. How do you catch a squirrel? Climb a tree and act like a nut. Why did the tomato blush? Because it saw the salad dressing. Why do you call a sleeping ball? What do you call a sleeping ball? A bulldozer. Why did the grape stop in the middle of the road? It ran after juice. What happens when frogs park illegally? They get towed. What happens when frogs park illegally? They get towed. Why don't skeletons ever go trick-or-treating? Because they have nobody to go with. Because skeletons have nobody to go with. That's funny. Here we go. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. What do you call cheese that isn't yours, nacho cheese? Why don't eggs tell each other secrets? Because they might crack up. What did the baby corn say to the mama corn? Where's my popcorn? Why was the cucumber mad? Why was the cucumber mad? Because it was in a pickle. What kind of nuts always sneezes? A cashew. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Why don't we tell secrets on a farm? Because the potatoes have eyes and the corn has ears. Why did the bananas go out with the prune? Because it couldn't find a date. Why did the student eat his homework? Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake. Why did the donut go to therapy? It felt empty inside. How does a taco say grace? Let us pray. What did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi. What's a skeleton's favourite snack? Spare ribs. What do you call a sad strawberry? Mr. Extremely Berry. Why did the cookie cry? Because that's the way the cookie crumbles. What do you call a hot dog on wheels? Fast food. Why was the mushroom invited to the party? Because he was a fun guy. Why was the mushroom invited to a party? Because he was a fun guy. Why didn't melons get married? Because they had a cantaloupe. Why did the coffee file a police report? Because it got mugged and it has a mugs for coffee. What do you call an avocado that's gone bad? Guacamole. Guacamole? What happens when you eat aluminium foil? You sheet metal. Why do hamburgers go to the gym? To get better buns. How do you fix a broken pizza with tomato paste? What was the peanut butter jealous of the jelly? Because the jelly was on a roll. Back to gloves ASMR, here we go. Thanks for subscribing. One. Hot day today. Be right back, getting myself some water. Back.
G'day mate, good I'm from Australia, from Sydney, Australia, and I'm wearing 2 glasses, oh my gosh.
Do you like parrots? I like carrots. Footy player, so immersing myself in nature helps a work-life balance. I love to provide the space that I love to provide the space and wherewithal to encourage plant life and honeybees to work together in a collaboration that results in natural, nutritious food. I love it. The bees and plants benefit. My customers prize the end result, so I can call it an incredibly happy cycle. Never truer words spoken when it comes to the art of beekeeping. His involvement with the seasonal cycle of nature started early in his life, as his father kept 5 hives of bees to provide for honey for the family. I quite like honey in my crumpets, if you don't mind me saying. Honey crumpets sound lovely. Bob admired how flowers provided pollen that bees transformed into a superfood with minimal human intervention. He learnt the rudiments of honey production and was fascinated that different hive locations and the change of plants, growing seasons from spring to summer, results in honey that has subtle different flavours. Today, Bob keeps both productive hives and a number on standby as beekeeping is subject to environmental factors, including the hot topic of climate change. A harsh winter could mean up to 50% loss of the numbers in a hive, which may contain up to 100,000 bees. In a good year, with favourable conditions and the timely mating of the queen bee, a hive can produce an amazing 100 kilos of honey, which equates to 300 standard jars. However, sadly, if conditions are not right, it could result in a nil return. A hive can also suffer an attack by wasps, which, if proliferated, can upset the queen bee, which again diminishes the return. Bob's hives are situated in various locations around the country. A field adjacent to his garden, the Moldheath Monument, an escarpment in the Wessex Downs, and the highway on the Bolwood Estate. The bees in its hives have the task of collecting pollen from spring flowers and then those that the flower in summer. 4 sites and 2 distinct seasons expresses the honey into 8 flavours. Honey, like fine wine, matures with the passage of time, but as Bob is quick to point out, this usually only applies with craft producers of honey, not the big commercial producers, whose just-in-time manufacturing techniques can cause loss of flavour. One of the marvels of nature is how the bees organize themselves to create the wax cells of the honeycomb. They do this in the hive by linking their legs together to form a chain of the wooden frames. then set to work creating the cellular comb honeycomb by excreting beeswax and forming it into their jaws. Which spins out honey. This served to extract any bits of wax or unwanted material. The raw honey is rested to cool down from the 35 Celsius. The average temperature of an occupied hive, so the complex sugars and enzymes can develop to the full flavour potential. Bob, the builder, has also become a beekeeper and a bottling machine that fills the jars with honey and seals them. Labels which define the hive location under strict food hygiene standards, which allows Bob the Builder to sell his products direct to the public or local shops, including Bowood Estate. May it be a great estate, greengrocer in himself being a hobbyist beekeeper. His primary occupation was a school teacher. So Bob the Builder was a school teacher as well as a beekeeper. And he is currently employed as a software engineer too. He has also become a parish councillor for the East Tiverton ward. An obvious question is to someone who works for such complex environment, why are you a beekeeper, Mr. Bob Builder? Immersing myself in nature helps a work-life balance. I love to provide the space for people, to encourage plant life and vegetation. I love it. I absolutely love. I love bees and I love honey. That's why it's happy days. Happy days. By 1941, daughter Joan was 12 centuries old. Victory in Europe was proclaimed in 1945 by Prime Minister Winston Churchill. The victory came with requirement to enforce law in order to starving Germany, suffering badly in ill health, malnutrition. 21st Army Group was designed. British Army of the Rhine, generally known as Bayor, with its headquarters in a Bad Oeynhausen. Sydney Hillier became an active member of Bayor, which consisted of 80,000 service people with the skills needed to ensure and restore stability in Germany. And at the end of September 1945, Sydney became very ill with diphtheria and was evacuated back to England. He was hospitalised at the Kendry Isolation Hospital in Barnsley, a small market town in the West Riding of Yorkshire. I'm from Yorkshire. Yorkshire boy. When my wife and I moved to Brimhill nearly a year ago with 2 young boys, I don't think I realised how much I'd come to love working land here. Swapping London life for Wiltshire hills felt like a leap of time for me. So I can safely say it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. As vineyard manager of a vineyard estate in Barnsley, my role is to care for vines, and in my vineyard I like to make wine. I like to make lots of wine to produce lots of bottles of wine. Who here in this chat room likes wine? Who likes wine? Each row and vineyard looked after dedication and care. While learning to listen to what the land is telling me, I've always felt a natural affinity to the outdoors. There's nothing quite like being outdoors in the vineyard, surrounded by birdsong. Even if I spend quite a lot of time chasing off grapes and pigeons during the fruiting season, I'm incredibly fortunate to be learning under the expert mentorship of Bert Martin, our victorious consultant. Bert has over 40 years of experience in vineyards. Across the UK, he's like Mr. Miyagi in our vineyards. He can just look at any plant and just say, I love that. I just love the vineyards and the grapes inside, and I like to make wine. His quiet guidance was instrumental in planting an early success for his yard. He continues shaping the future as a key part of our team. It's a real honour and a pleasure to learn from this man. I'm proud of how far we've come in just 1 year, giving this site so much needed love, cutting back to overgrown hedges and improving the airflow, nurturing the existing vines and recently doubling the area under the vine with new planting. In May, with the help of a charismatic German and his specialist machine, we planted over 9,000 new vines. The original vineyards were hand-planted. Yes, they were hand-planted. The new vineyards, however, were planted in perfectly straight lines using tractors, which helps when driving a narrow vineyard tractor. We've also been ambitious with what we planted, including our first Sauvignon Blanc, alongside more Pinot Noir. Other varieties thriving here. Watch this space. 4 years from now, we hope to share existing new wine with you. The wider team has also been working hard to bring new life to the site. Our boss and vineyard owner strikes Steve, and driving force and brings vision, boundless energy, along with his background and business, motorsports adventures, and he's passionate about making vineyard something truly special. His outlook shapes our culture, which strive for excellence. We enjoy journey along the way, and my wife Kim also supports Steve across his various business ventures, having worked alongside him for almost 20 years. We've had a great people helping the development of the site too, restoring old buildings and building a new agricultural barn to support the expanding operation and landscapes of the courtyard. So Steve, one of the biggest project managers, has been finishing converting of the stables into beautiful holiday accommodation. At the top of the vineyard there's an epic view, and we'll soon begin the tours and tastings to help us welcome guests. Our newest team member is Jesse Briggs, whom may well known the Dumb Post. Why was the name Dumb Post? Maybe the post was dumb. Joins us in June. Jessie is an absolute star when it comes to taking care of the wine sales. She was an expert in sales, trade partnerships and visitor hospitality. One of the most rewarding parts of the journey has been welcomed like David Fry, who has great advice about the history about the farm. Just random stuff. And reading the newsletter. Yeah, the newsletter. Yeah. See if I can read something else. Blamed for many problems, lockdowns do appear to have adversely affected writers, well-regarded authors who would normally keep their fare steady rhythm of publication have taken more time for the appearance of their books. Some may have not. In my view, the best efforts witness May's book set during the pandemic by Chinamana de Ngozi Adichie. Of course, the quality may naturally go up and down, but I believe there may have been more downs than some authors have yet to publish. One book which may address lockdown head on is It Hotel Milalio by Tim Parks. Not generally happy-go-lucky soul, he sets his novel in Milan. At the outset of the pandemic, a journalist, Frank Marriott, travels to Milan for the funeral of the former boss of his American friend who was asked to be buried, alongside his Italian lover. Instead of meeting former colleagues, Frank finds himself stranded in an expensive hotel on his own. See what else I can read here. Here we go. July draws near as I wander slow through East Tiverton fields aglow, some shimmer gold with buttercups bright. Others blush soft in dusky light, where tall grass leans with burgundy heads. A mist of pink where the wild path treads. The sky is alive with birds in song. Field fledglings quiver, the day grow long. Their trembling calls so small, so near. Bring peace that quiets every fear. How lucky am I in this still hour to walk through such green blossoming power. The dogs trot on, then glances back, just checking that I'm back on track. Sunlight spills through the dancing leaves, casting shadows that twist like thieves. A warm breeze brushes the hedgerow's face, where willow bows with feathery grace, in this place on our faces. A lady draped in a silky boa, swaying slow in nature's opera. Crows cry sharp as the buzzard climbs. Swallow waltz in a looping lines. Each wing beat holds a note of praise, a hymn to these unfolding days. Just playing with your roasted nuts. I'm joking. These are mixed nuts. Pat Butcher for me stenders. Do you like Ginny's? Janice, I think she was a bit spicy. Janice was spicy. Definitely. Kyung, yeah. Because I'm from Australian. Size buffs, I might have some in the cupboard, you know. I'll check. Have you ever heard of the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? I would say I just have. The Muffin Man. Have you? Donuts. Doll. Homer Simpson likes donuts. Pizza. Who likes the pizza? Italiano. Is that a pizza? This one. It made sense. I showed a picture of muscle muffins somewhere. See? Do you like muffins? Have you ever heard of the Muffin Man? That's why I said it, because it was the picture. Donuts. Homer Simpson. Donuts. Homer Simpson. Not sure what that is. Sandwich. There you go. Sandwich. Quiche. Would you like a slice of quiche? Quiche. Capiche? There, I didn't say marry muffin. Would you marry this one? Would you marry a muffin? Would you marry that one? Muffin? So, vegetable soup. Or soup. Soup. French people are good. I met a French guy. Soup. Vegetable soup. Nice soup. 700. Hey there. Food. This is about food. $69. $5. with a knife and fork. I mix it in a blender and have it with my protein shake. Five minutes ago. I went to the ballet on the 25th of March. Obviously not. Anyway. No, I don't. I do not. Can you do a little transfer now? Absolutely, yes, I can. Liam will do a dance on his live later on. Nah. Mr. Liam Berry will do it later on his stream. Do the bubblegum dance. When you're ready to cook your burgers, mix it up with the yogurts. Why did you have to fight with a duck last time? I eat gum with a knife and fork. Preheat the oven to 240 Celsius. Line up the oven tray with a baking parchment. Season the pork chops on both sides with salt and pepper. Introducing more vegetables to mealtimes is an easy way of cutting back on calories, while increasing fiber intake. Replacing just a few of your regular meat-based meals each week with veggie dishes will help you on your way to reaching your weight loss goal. Think of veg as more than just supporting your act on your plate. If you are a meat lover, chickpeas, beans, L-aubergine, and mushrooms are great alternatives, as they are substantial and have a satisfying hearty texture. Pickled beetroot hummus with crudis. Sunflower berry, you're not 22. Tomato, ricotta and basil salad. I am 49. First make the dressing. Put the water, wine, vinegar, smoked paprika, sweetener, garlic powder, dried herbs, salt into a small pan and bring to a simmer. Put the cabbage and onion into a bowl. Sprinkle with flaky salt and mix well. You have to guess. Last hit to you on the head. Okay. Here we go. Nope. No thanks. I have 575. Anyway. Alright. Here we go. It is like night time, so sit down dance is satisfactory. There's that. Yeah. Yeah. See it. Have a good day. God bless you. If a cookie could talk, what would you tell it? I'd say that's the way the cookie crumbles. And that's the way I like it. If a cookie then challenged you to a fight, the cookie would win. Because cookie power. Cookie monster. Cookie, 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 wookie. I'm looking forward to church tomorrow. I'm going to see Keith Wilson in Sharon. And they're going to do a nice, awesome church service for us, me. How many times have you been called Steve? Probably a lot because I look like Steve.
Steve. Hello. Hello, my name's Steve. Oh, what you doing? My name's Steve. Steve.
Hello, my name's Barry. My name's Barry. If you got pushed off a cliff, would you be slightly annoyed? No, I wouldn't be annoyed because I would be dead.
Bombadoo.
What's your favourite shampoo to drink? L'Oreal, because you're worth it. I thought that was a good one. Like I should, cat, should I tell it? Yeah. Hey there, chill guy. Welcome to the stream. How's your day today, chill guy? Ask me random questions. If a donkey could talk, what's the one thing it would tell you? It would tell me it's Eddie Murphy, because Eddie Murphy is a donkey from Shrek. I am an AI Richard. My name is Shardine AI. I'm an AI Shardine. I'm an AI. Ask me questions. Talking about Shrek, when did you last star as Ogre in the film? 21 years ago. My name is Mike Myers. I started Shrek in 2004. I had a girlfriend in 2022, 3 years ago. Would you tell a monkey to bog off? No, actually, I love monkeys, so no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Actually, I love monkeys. Yeah, monkeys are lovely. They're cute. If the monkey recently robbed you, would you call the police? No, because I would say you can have it. You can have my banana, monkey. You can take. You can have my banana, Mr. Monkey. You know. When did you last die? 2 days ago. Swear. No, I can't swear. Ghostface is Ask Richwood questions time. What did you last die of? I died of a rapture. I was raptured 2 days ago, but then I was sent back to Earth. I was fixing a mistake. I don't mean actually. I said woo. By the way, Liam, rapture is going to happen in 2 hours' time. When you're asleep. Rapture is going to happen when you're asleep. What were you called when you were a little girl? Rebecca. If I was a girl, I'd be called Rebecca. That's a nice name. Rebecca. That's a nice name. Do you tend to eat cornflakes or metal for breakfast? Metal. Obviously metal. Iron. Particularly, I like to eat iron. And then I like to lift it afterwards. Why were you last arrested? When were you last arrested? I think I was actually when I was 17. I think I was, yeah. About 2011. Obviously, that's not good. Bing ring tingling, bing ring. Maureen. Maureen. Noreen. Maureen. Sounds the same. Noreen? No, I meant Maureen. Maureen? No, I don't want to wake everyone up. Best be quiet. People are sleeping. People are sleeping. Can you read this? Yeah. The he. My mum heard you say Noreen and was like, oh. We're doing a funny stream, if you're wondering. If you heard me. We're doing a funny comedy stream. It's a bit of a random stream tonight, as always. Just very funny and random. Anyways, I'll probably I need to charge my phone. I'll be back in. I can restart the stream, or I could keep the stream on. I'll get my phone charger in a bit because my battery's low. So what I could do is restart the stream later on in about 20 minutes if you want, because I've got to go now. I'm at 2% battery. Gonna go any second now. You could leave it charging by. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Currently on charge. Charging my phone. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I could try and do that. Still charging my phone. Phone is charging up very slowly because it's on live stream. Makes the charged phone slowly. The live stream makes the phone charge slowly. Job application.
My name is Bob. My name's not John, my name's Bobby.
Bing. Bob. Fred. Yo. Mr. Berry. Sunflower. I'm looking forward to going to Riva Lounge tomorrow and having a burrito. You should get an iPhone and Apple Watch and follow each other on fitness. I don't know. I've always been an Android person. I like Android. Samsung. Maybe a OnePlus phone. With iPhone you get 14 days to try it. Is it right? I'll look into it. Oh my god. Fruit. I like banana phone. Would you rather be a potato or orangutan? Potato please. How many orangutans does it take to tickle you? 77. When did you last arrest a gorilla? 2019. Lucky guess. Could you cope if there were no dishes? Yeah. If a dog said you stink, what would you be filled? Yes. After a workout I do. How do you wind down before sleep? Listen to some ASMR sometimes. And drinking a glass of water as well before sleep is good. Staying hydrated. If a squirrel got up in your face and threatened to report you to police, Would you be excited? No, I guess not. Alright, good night, Noreen. Sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 PM at Viva Lounge. Hey, David. How many times have you given CPR to a cat? Hi all in the chat. How's it going, David? David's my Australian friend. Richard, could you put your video you've got running in the background? Because we can hear the echo. Oh yeah, my laptop. Yeah. Thank you, David, for the compliment. Would you eat a mango or fall off a cliff? What do you think? Eat a mango. What would you say if King Charles told you that you know? I would wallop him. I'll give him a good beating. If a grape insulted you, would you cry? Who would win in a fight, Lulu or Stitch? No idea. What would you prefer to eat, a spoon or a radiator? Neither. Neither a spoon nor a radiator. How's it going, David, by the way? How's your day been, David? And yes, I just subbed to the church. If you could tell your past self anything, would you tell it to say hi to a pigeon? Yeah, I would go and say hi to a pigeon. I mean, channel, I forgot to put my glasses on. So, looking forward to Vivo Lounge at 1 PM tomorrow. Who would win, a stone or a gnome? Stone. Awesome. I'm gonna have a burrito. I decided on what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have a vegan black bean sweet corn burrito. Vegan black bean and sweet corn burrito. That's what I'm gonna eat. I'll have that. If a wasp said hello, would you give it a hug? Yeah. Hello, gloves. Look at this. Gloves. Hello, Sam Gloves. Do you have any disposable plastic gloves, rubber gloves, or clean gloves, set of gloves? I guess these are rubber gloves. These are rubber gloves. Ooh. Awesome, man. No, I just have this one. I just have this one glove, that's all I have. I have this literally. All I have is this glove here. Do you prefer to eat shirt or sock, and why? I guess I would have to eat a shirt. Oh, actually, I do like to eat my shirt sometimes. To be honest, I do this sometimes. What flavour would you say your socks are? Strawberry flavoured socks. If you could tell a flannel one thing it needs to know, what would it be? I would say, do you fancy getting wet, Mr. Flannel? Yeah, emojis. Rich face emojis. Would you say you are rich or poor? I would say I'm in between. I'm average person. Not rich and I'm not poor. So I'm average. I would say you're Richard, not poor. I would say I'm Richard. Ooh. You're Richard, not poor Shard. That's right. I'm a rich Shard. I wish I was rich. I wish I was actually rich. I wish I had £100,000. What would you do if you woke up as SpongeBob? I would say He lived in something under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants. He lived in a thingy under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants. Lived in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. Would you enjoy living in a pineapple if you had to move? Yeah, man. I would enjoy living in a pineapple. That'd be very fun. Fun thing to do is to live inside a pineapple. If you had a new pet, how far up the list would a snail be? If your new pet, how far up this will a snail be? 12. What's one thing your mum can't stand about parrots? Repeating themselves. Repeating other people. That'd be funny though. I would love to have a parrot as a pet. It would be quite funny. Although it would be annoying, I know that. I'd probably get really annoyed with parrot and I'd probably end up chucking it out the window. Do you frequently chuck bananas as no. Do you chuck bananas every morning at passers-by, I meant? Yes, that'd be fun. Yeah, I would. If I was bored one day, I would do that. Get one of these. How many sandals do you have for pudding? 55. 55, shifty, 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 5. 55, 55, shifty, shifty, shifty. Shifty, nave, nifty, nave. Tangerine, bananas, grapes, pizza, burrito, vegan black bean, sweet corn burrito, burger, chicken, bacon, avocado burger, water, cats, dogs, monkeys, giraffes, monkeys, avocado. Can I have an avocado? Yes, you can. I'm going to have that tomorrow. Potentially. I might have that tomorrow. I probably will. I mean today, because it's Sunday already. Can I avocado? Car. Terry Tips, Terry Tips. Selling car. I'll sell you a car. My name is Terry Tips. Liam Berry. Thank you. Sardine sandwich. Thank you, Mr. Berry. Thank you, Mr. Liam. Gifnor. How many you got? Sunflower berry, extremely berry, Liam berry. 3 accounts. Sandwich. Sandcastle sandwich. As if sunflower. There's me. You're glowing, Mr. Liam Berry. You're glowing as a sunflower. Your sunflower is glowing, glowing and flowing. Wait, what do you think? I'm him. What do you think I'm him? Are you Liam Sunflower Berry? Humphrey said hey. Right, who are you, Sunflower Berry? You're Teresa. Oh, right. Your name is Gary? I'm confused now. I don't know who you are. Teresa Gary. Mrs. Gary to you. Why? Why is it Mrs. Gary to me? Are you my teacher? I think you're Liam Berry and you're just playing me. I don't know. You're gonna give me the cane, are you? You're gonna give me a cane. Well, I don't know. You could be. Report to Mrs. Carey's office immediately. You know what? I'll find out tomorrow at Revo Lounge. Sandwich, I gotta go to bed now. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, man. God bless you. Good night, man.